Namaste and welcome back to Ramayana, the Universal Compass. Today, we step into the 33rd chapter of Ayodhya Kanda. Consider the stark visual paradox Valmiki constructs. Sri Rama, Seetha and Lakshmana emerge from their quarters on foot. Rama, who once traversed these very highways flanked by the grand Chaturangabala, the majestic imperial army of 4 distinct divisions, is now accompanied only by his brother's fierce loyalty and his wife's quiet fortitude. The affluent citizens of Ayodhya scale the balconies and rooftops of 7-storied mansions just to catch a passing glimpse of them. As the trio advances, the city collapses into a devastating ontological cry. The subjects shout that while an unvirtuous, wicked son might be banished, it violates justice to exile a prince who has conquered the entire world purely through his character. Vruttena kevalam. Valmiki captures their agony through a stunning ecological metaphor. Mulasya vopaghatena vrikshaha pushpaphalopagaha. Rama is not a mere branch of the solar dynasty. He is the living divine root, Moolam of all life and righteousness. When the root is struck, the entire tree, the leaves, flowers and branches which represent humanity must wither. The citizens declare they feel like marine creatures suffocating as their water dries up in a summer drought. This cosmic interdependence echoes across global literature. We see it in the pastoral laments of Kalidasa, where nature itself weeps at human separation, and in Bhartruhari's Shatakatrayam, which weighs the fleeting nature of worldly power against enduring moral character. It mirrors the structural decadence found in Dandi's prose, where a kingdom's physical beauty is inextricably tied to its moral center. When the citizens of Ayodhya resolve to dismantle their porticos, pack up their cattle, and abandon the city to turn it into a desert of dust and wild beasts for Kaikeyi, it feels deeply biblical. It resonates with the sweeping, righteous exoduses of Scripture and mirrors John Milton's Paradise Lost, where the departure from an idealized home alters the landscape itself, turning a sanctuary into a wilderness. But why must absolute virtue endure such unmerited suffering? Here lies the core theological depth of this chapter, an insight brilliantly preserved in the Vadiragirya, rooted firmly in the Dvaita philosophy of Sri Madhvacharya. Sri Madhvacharya asserts that every action of the Supreme Lord is perfect, purposeful, and free from material bondage. Sri Vadirajuru explains that the avatar functions simultaneously as a mirror and a mask. As a mask, Rama conceals his full majesty as Vishnu, adopting human limitations to deceive the Asuras, lowering Ravana's guard so the divine design can unfold. As a mirror, he reflects humanity's deepest emotional struggles back to us. He undergoes the heartbreaking trauma of separation to instruct mankind in Vairagya, the signs of detachment, demonstrating that excessive emotional investment is in worldly bondages. That is, Vishaya Saktya breeds unbearable sorrow. Rama models first perfect Shama, absolute mental calmness, and Dhamma, complete mastery over internal and external sensory responses. He does not use the crowd's anger to spark a political coup against his father's unjust decree. His emotional discipline is his dharma. This ultimate mastery connects Rama's story to the grandest traditions of Western literature. We hear it in the Geoffrey Chaucer's Canterbury Tales, where human pilgrims navigate the messy, flawed landscape of worldly duties while seeking an ultimate spiritual home. We see it across Shakespearean canvas, in the tragic downfalls of his great plays, where the emotional chaos of kings brings down empires, and in his profound sonnets that wrestle with the ravages of time and the vulnerability of unshielded love. Where Western tragedy often ends in brokenness, Valmiki's avataric narrative offers an anecdote, a demonstration of how to live with infinite love but without bondage. Sri Rama remains absolutely unshaken in his resolve. He steps past a weeping metropolis to the threshold of the palace, calmly commanding Sumantra to announce his arrival. Thank you for joining us on the Soul Manthan. Please share your thoughts below on this extraordinary interplay of the mirror and the mask. Thank you.